80-second lead change. 12 laps remaining, and all of us are basically holding our breath.
Here they come, 24 and 48 on the bottom.
Pushing hard. Jeff Gordon
to the lead.
Jimmy Johnson in tow.
Pushing outside to out.
That's impressive. He said go, Chad says go, and there they went.
Pushing, man. Get too far, too wide. Or you're clear.
Now can they stay there?
That's the problem. Yeah, they might have got there a little sooner.
Jeff has the most restrictor plate wins of all time with 12 of them.
Don't say that now. You said it was about right.
Well, I didn't realize they could get there quite that fast.
Yeah, this time by there'll be 11 laps remaining.
We may be blown up.
Uh-oh. Is that Jeff? Yeah, he says he might be blowing up. He's pulling down out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Inside. We're blowing up. We are blowing up.
Okay, so Jeff Gordon is going to have to leave his dance partner.
Here comes Harvick pushing his teammate.
So Harvick with that damaged front end.
You know, but he needs a pusher behind him.
Yep. And boy, if he's out in front like that, it's got to be like a brick wall cutting through that air.
That charge to the front by Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon could have just overturned those engines past a point where it may have caused damage to it.
Well, Jimmy Johnson's out in front of Kenseth, Boyer, Montoya, and Menard. And how about the race winner decided by a last lap pass in 6 of the last 10 and 17 total. And it looks like we may have it happen again.
Yeah, and I can assure you, you don't want to be the leader on the last lap of this race. It's nice to be out there, but if Jimmy Johnson will take finishing 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th in this race. He'd like to be there coming to get the checkered flag. Not sure he'll have that opportunity, though.
Here comes Boyer with Montoya pushing. Down the backstretch, and now Montoya leaves him.
I don't understand that.
Well, I think he just lost contact with him for just a second because he gave him such a big push. He knew he needed to get back in line or he was going to take the risk of losing a lot more spots. David Reagan trying to help Harvick go back towards the front. I don't know if Harvick's got just enough car to be able to do that. He's doing a fantastic job with what he's got.
All right, as we get ready here, this time by 9 laps remaining, how many real friends does Jimmy Johnson have out there?
Oh, 0. Yeah, he lost his main man. That was Jeff Gordon right there.
Here comes Kyle Busch down low again. He's got help from Denny Hamlin.
Look at Michael pushing the 77 here.
We saw those two earlier in the race together. Sam Hornish has had a good day today. Here comes Martin Truex down the middle as well.
See a big bump by there from Michael Waltrip.
If that had been in the corner.
Oh, well, you know what? I mean, he's experienced. He knows what he can do and what he can't. Got to stay off that right rear, though. He's going to send him to the front, though.
Here they come. Sam with the 55 in tow. Jimmy Johnson giving Boyer a push on the high side.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to have to be really careful here, though. It's easy to run your car hot up there in the front, too.
This time by 8 laps remaining here at Talladega. Jimmy still tucked in behind Boyer.
If Michael Waltrip can stay in this position a little bit longer than others, he's not racing for anything except to come here and try to win this race.
Caution is out on the racetrack. We have debris on the track.
Man, debris, sorry.
And there it is.
That's too bad, man. That was a race developing right there.
Yeah. Still with
a lot of
tire. Yeah, you can see it everywhere.
A lot of pieces. So obviously somebody's damaged vehicle. And I'm looking at the right front of Joe Nemechek as he has just pulled back out onto the racetrack. And we're wondering maybe if he had cut a tire and that was his debris.
Well, that changes a lot of things right here.
Joe just got back out in time. He is going to stay on the lead lap, 32 cars. And guess who's going to get the lucky dog?
Not Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart. 2 laps down. All day long. He has not been a factor in this race. And now all of a sudden he's going to get one more shot.
Yeah, he'll come get tires for sure. Andy, I was going to ask you, how far back is it going to be before they start hitting pit road?
Well, that'll be, your tires aren't going to help you much here. And really, if you feel like you're in a pretty good spot, I'd stay out there. And if you have the people around you that you want to be pushing you or you want to draft with.
Yeah, you'd say that, but as a driver, I know that if you more grip that you have, the more moves you can make. On worn tires, you just can't push and get pushed as hard as you can with those fresh tires.
Question. We went 32 extra miles beyond scheduled distance back in April. Does everybody need fuel? Is there enough in that tank if we have to go 3 green, white checkers?
Well, at this point, you see that there's very few laps left. There's a good chance we'll go over a 1 green, white checker here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin,
we will
17th
not
and
pit.
18th, are going to be pitting. I don't think, Jimmy Johnson's going to stay out, as we just heard. I think the guys up in the top maybe 8, 9 positions, maybe even back to 10th or 11th, they may stay. But when you get back further than that, might as well come get some tires. You can make that much up. We saw how quickly the 24 and 48 came to the front.
Actually, even a load of fuel here can help you by lowering that rear spoiler a little bit, so wouldn't hurt you to have a full tank of gas.
So the drama continues to unfold here at Talladega. And just as we mentioned before, in the last now 15 races, we've had a stretch less than 9 laps, as we are now with 6 laps to go this time by. Pit road is open. Is anybody coming?
I expect to see more come than have so far. Here comes Casey. Is that Casey Kane?
Yeah.
Leading them in?
It
I
is.
missed that. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin both stayed out also.
Tony Stewart's coming, as you predicted, so is Carl Edwards. Eric Almirola in that mix. So is the 12 of Brad Keselowski, Robbie Gordon. Let's send it down to Doc.
Right side tires going on for Casey Kane. Going to put 4 tires. Why not? And as you said, Andy, put some fuel in it. Get that back end down as much as you can. Casey's had a great run, only his 2nd ever start here in the 83 car. Vince.
Well, the 14 of Tony Stewart has been 2 laps down at one point today. He's coming in for fuel and 4 tires. Going to be back on the lead lap for the finish.
Tony Stewart, boy, the struggles he's had in the chase. Remember running out of gas on the last lap at New Hampshire, the speeding penalty at Dover and Martinsville, the body damage at Charlotte. Would this be a little sweet revenge on all those miscues after coming back, being 2 laps down, if he could somehow get to the front? And we've seen it happen. I mean, we watched Jimmy, how fast he did it in 3 laps.
He can make it all the way to the front. You never know.
So another player in the mix. Right now it is Clint Bowyer with Jimmy Johnson 2nd, Montoya 3rd, Hornish 4th, Matt Kenseth is 5th. And Kevin Harvick is listed in the 13th position, Denny Hamlin down in 18th.
You're going to have Michael Waltrip and Sam Hornish in the same row, nose to tail, so I'd watch for that little duo.
They have teamed up several times today and done very well with it, we might add.
Jimmy Johnson has to like the idea that Sam Hornish, who he's probably seen pushing guys pretty fast all day, is going to line up behind him, and that's provided that Clint Bowyer chooses the inside.
If he chooses the inside, he'll have Montoya pushing.
That's why I think he'll stay there.
Lights on the pace car still on. Joe Nemechek has come back in and gone back out from pit road. And so we've got a full lap. Let's check in with some of the crew chiefs and see what they're thinking, Dave Burns.
Well, and of course, Chad has been talking a lot with Jimmy about that situation with the 24. Had a partner and then kind of lost a partner, but he didn't exactly blow up. So how confusing has that been for Jimmy?
Yeah, we don't really know what happened to 24. I hate that, obviously. We were working really well together, worked well together all day long, but we'll just see what happens here. It's going to be pretty exciting 5 to go from this point right now, 4 when we take the green. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm real happy to be here at the end of the race. Jimmy's done a really good job. We got a great race car, and it's just nice to be here. It's kind of a sad day with Ed Schull and Hunter, passing away, but unfortunately that's life. We're going to miss those guys terribly.
All right, we'll wait and see who his new draft partner might be up there now. Vince?
With Mike Ford, the crew chief for Denny Hamlin. Boy, you guys have fought back from a tough set of circumstances. How do you feel about where you sit right now with 5 to go?
Who knows? That's why you run the race, Right now, sitting back there, we do have teammate around us. So, the last place you want to be is sitting in the front right now. So I'm sure Denny's going to take every opportunity and every chance he can to get back there.
Thanks, Mike. Doc?
Gil Martin, crew chief for Kevin Harvick. How much does your wounded Chevy have for him? You got anything left in it?
I think it's still got some left. The Realtree car is trying to sneak up through there. Shell's been with us for a long time, so we're glad they're with us. We're going to win another race for them. I think we're going to fan out about 4 wide right here, and you don't know what's going to happen.
All right, and they also may have 3 laps of fuel for a green-white checkered if they need it. Jamie.
And Scott Miller, crew chief interim right now for Clint Boyer. You guys are leading this race. You don't have your teammate anywhere nearby. What's your plan?
Well, we're just going to do the best we can. You know, there's a lot of racing left to go. 4 laps to go here at Talladega. A lot can happen. We'll just try to keep the BB&T Chevrolet up front. And hopefully 42 or 48 is going to be points racing, so maybe he'll push us and stay right there because our car's fast. So we're hoping for the best here.
All right, they've been talking to the 42. Watch for those 2 to hook up. Marty?